Hi everyone, Tony from ALL the Movies here. And today we're talking about all the Shrek movies. Every single one. And we're going to figure out what is the best Shrek movie today on ALL the Movies.
Excuse me.
That's okay. Better out than in, I always say. Hello, Lauren Soda.
Hello, Tony.
We're finally doing it. We're finally doing all the Shrek movies.
Hell yeah.
After 3 human centipedes.
Oh, I got that's over with.
You were like, can we do something else?
Something lighter.
Yes, and I asked you what you wanted to do, and you said, I want to do Shrek. And then I told you, I already did Shrek, but I would revisit it to do what is the best Shrek movie. And then a few weeks ago, we were supposed to record, and I said, did you watch them all? And because you don't listen, you said all?
I don't listen.
And I'm like, yes, I said we're doing all the Shrek. I'm not going to review.
Oh my God.
Oh God, the ears went flying. Bring that back, bring that back.
I got him.
I was like, yes, I'm not going to review Shrek 1 again in its entirety for a whole episode.
I thought, differently, but whatever.
Yeah, you know, I
all
should.
for work.
What's my one of my biggest episodes is the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie. I should just keep reviewing that movie over and over again.
You should.
Everyone, hey guys, we're reviewing Spider-Man again. We're gonna go through the whole movie again.
It's the best. What?
So yeah, we were able to watch all 4 Shreks. Last time we did Shrek, it was an interesting time. I believe it was the 20th anniversary. They had just put Shrek in the Library of Congress, and the Shrek Fairy Tale Freakdown episode of Angry Video Game Nerd, which I helped write, came out.
Did people like it?
Yes, it's actually it's everyone's favorite episode. Everyone loves it. No one has anything bad to say about that episode, and I don't have horrible memories of reading the comments. Anyway, Shrek. Shrek.
We'll drink to that.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me.
I won't go into the full backstory because we did that in the other episode, but yes, it was based off a book.
Okay.
DreamWorks picked it up. It's pretty much the anti-Disney film. When did you first see Shrek?
I first saw Shrek back in 2013.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
You missed the Shrek wave?
Yes, I wasn't about the Shrek wave. And
Wait, you started watching Shrek as like an adult?
Yes, because I actually understood the jokes behind everything.
Well, okay, keep going. So 2013, you started watching a children's film and went, I'm all in.
Well, yes, and I joined the cult. The Shrek cult.
I've been seeing your Snapchats or whatever with you all green.
Yeah.
I think you did the one making out with Shrek.
Yes, I still make out with Shrek daily.
I couldn't believe. Wait, so you watched it in 2013? What made you watch Shrek in 2013?
I don't know. I think I saw something on Vine and it intrigued me. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch these.
I was not ready for the, because you're like a few years younger than me. I thought you were target audience. You're like, oh, I saw this in the theater. I had the movies growing
I was not the target audience at the time. And then my frontal lobe developed and I was like, you know what? I actually get the jokes now.
You're like around that time, a lot of grown men were getting into My Little Pony. You're like the opposite. You're like a grown woman getting into Shrek. That is the most bizarre thing I've ever. Okay,
It's bizarre.
It just was not expecting that. So, yeah, I saw Shrek as a kid. Not in theaters. Not till video. I only saw one of them in theaters, and I can't wait to talk about that. But Shrek was fun because like I was a teenager. So it was fun, like, growing up with Disney movies and then being, like, an angsty, edgy teen and then seeing this movie that kind of makes fun of the Disney format.
Yes.
But yeah, it's a fun franchise, and then they made some sequels. But let's briefly talk about the first one here. I'm going to read the synopsis on the back of the cover. We each take turns reading.
Oh, I love
the back
that.
of the covers, all right? You've never met a hero quite like Shrek. The endearing ogre who sparked a motion picture phenomenon and captured the world's imagination with the greatest fairy tale never told.
Ooh.
The critics are calling Shrek not just a brilliant animated feature, but a superb film on any level. That was, it's funny. That's Larry King saying that. And he ends up being in the sequel. Oh, that's how he got in the movie. He gave it a good review.
See, that's what you gotta do.
Well, I have a show and I give movies good reviews and I never make it into the sequels.
Well, you're not as special.
I'm not on Larry King's level.
No.
I'm just learning this. Oh, no.
No.
All right. Relive every moment of Shrek's Mike Myers daring quest to rescue feisty Princess Fiona, Cameron Diaz. Yes. So we learned that Lauren only reviews 2 types of films on this channel. Movies about eating literal shit or Cameron Diaz films. Are you excited? At the time of this recording, we would have reviewed it, but I haven't watched it. She's got that new movie coming out.
What movie is that?
I think it's called Back in Action. It's on Netflix. It's her first movie in like a decade.
What?
So,
Really interesting.
She saw that you reviewed her movie and she went, you know what? It's my time.
Time to come back.
Yeah. With the help of his lovable, loudmouth donkey, Eddie Murphy, and win back the deed to his beloved swamp from scheming Lord Farquaad, John Lithgow. Enchantingly irreverent and monstrously clever, Shrek is ogre-sized adventure you'll want to see again and again. This movie's great.
This movie's incredible.
It gets better the older you get.
It really does.
It's one of those perfect family films, the kids are enjoying the basic stuff, like the farting and whatnot.
The animated parts of it.
Yes, and then the parents are enjoying the more edgier stuff.
Yeah.
Like there's dick jokes and whatnot. The part where you think they're about to say wipe your ass. And
shine your shoes, wipe your...
If you watch it as a kid and get older, it gets more fun the more older you get. Real quick, what are you drinking and where can I get one?
Hey yo, baby. Broad Street Brewing.
Oh.
I work there.
Okay.
Part-time. And this is a hazy IPA.
Oh, nice. We forgot to do the plug early on. So
cheers.
It's just a fun story. It's an unconventional fairy tale story because the hero is the monster. So it's a fun twist.
It is a fun twist.
The princess is basically kind of like Sleeping Beauty in the castle. She's got to get saved. She body shames Shrek.
She farts. She burps.
Yeah, because she's also
unlike any other princess.
So she's also an ogre.
Yeah.
Apparently, she turns into an ogre at night.
Right.
I love Lord Farquaad.
He is one of my main favorites.
Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make.
I feel like that's what the sequels, and we'll get into it, are kind of missing. Lord Farquaad is such a good villain. And you know who John Lithgow is, right?
I think so.
He's been in so many things. You watch Dexter, right?
Yes.
He's like one of the big enemies on Dexter.
Okay, what season?
1 second. Let me look it up.
Season, Tony?
He's also the dad on Third Rock from the Sun. Do you remember that sitcom?
Yes, I do. Okay, so that makes sense.
Arthur Mitchell on Dexter.
Okay, yeah.
That guy.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
He was in the Coneheads.
No, he wasn't in Coneheads.
I thought he was.
No, Third Rock from the Sun is the other alien comedy he was in. Dan Aykroyd is in Coneheads. Dan Aykroyd, who makes Crystal Head vodka, which there's a bottle next to you. That was Coneheads. What do you like about this film?
I just think the comedy, Donkey is one of my favorite parts, to be honest.
This is like
the music, the soundtrack.
The soundtrack, especially for this film, is just ingrained in everyone's memories. Smash Mouth, Body Once told me. I showed the twins this. I think I sent you the video of them watching it for the first time. But if you listen to the background, my sister probably hasn't watched this in 20 years.
Really?
And the music starts playing. I just hear in the kitchen just starts singing all the songs. And then she started like quoting the whole film.
Oh my God, I love that.
It's one of the most quotable movies ever.
It is.
In the morning,
I'm making waffles.
There's a lot of good one-liners.
Yeah. My favorite thing is just how they take the fairy tale creatures that we know, the Disney version of those creatures.
Right.
And just like fucks with them. Like Pinocchio is being sent away.
Yeah, he wears a thong.
That's in the sequel. But there's a lot of strange things about Pinocchio. We learn.
They talk a lot about like gender confusion too.
Yeah, that's a big theme in these films.
Yeah.
I don't know Is that why they're delaying Shrek 5? I don't know.
Oh, we don't know. I'm so pissed about that, though.
Do you think they had Shrek 5 and we're not going to include any of that? But now Hollywood's trying to be anti-woke. They're like, wait, delay Shrek 5. Put more jokes in.
Right, yeah. They're probably deleting or adding. Let's
Get Larry King. He died. Oh, shit. Get someone else then. Get someone who sounds like him.
Right.
Yeah. What you got? It's just a crazy phenomenon. A while back, I was a long time ago actually. I shot a part of a remake, the Shrek Retold remake. Yeah, that's my VHS copy.
What the hell?
Yeah, they gave me a customized copy. Yeah,
this is awful.
So I think I sent you the one clip of the guy singing Hallelujah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
My clip from it was when Dragon was chasing Shrek and Donkey and gets chained up. That's the part that I was assigned.
Oh, okay.
So it was me in this raptor mask chasing my sister's dogs.
Oh, my
That was my part of the Shrek Retold.
Oh, jeez. You need to clip that in here.
But yeah, I like how it just subverts the whole fairy tale stuff. Robin Hood being an asshole and doing music is fun.
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of an asshole in this film.
Yeah, it's great. It's just
which makes Shrek more lovable because he is supposed to be the asshole, but he
turns into a fucking softie. I'll tell you that.
Yes, he is way less annoying than everyone around.
I agree.
Even when they go to Duloc, it's basically Disney World. How
is.
like clean and weird it is.
It is. I love Dulop.
What do you think about the dragon donkey romance?
I didn't watch Shrek the second. Wait, did they have kids in the first? They had
No, not the first one. The second one is the surprise.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, that was totally unexpected, to be honest. I had no idea that was gonna happen. But
I love the oh, you're a girl dragon. It's like I know the big romance is Fiona and Shrek, but the romance between Donkey and Dragon, I'm really like
yeah. That was wild.
He's just like, how do I tell a girl that I'm gonna let her down easy?
Yeah. It's Eddie Murphy 100%. Like you could really tell.
Now, would you have loved this film if it was the original Chris Farley?
Oh, that's hard. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. Did I send you the video of him doing the lines?
No.
Yeah, so they released video because they were developing this in the late 90s because now it's probably faster to make these movies, but still it takes a long time to make them. And Chris Farley was cast as Shrek. They did some like animated storyboards and he voiced them over and he actually doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah.
Like it would have been fine.
People see me and they go, "Ah! Help! A big, stupid, stinky, smelly, ugly ogre!"
But unfortunately, he died. So they got Mike Myers and he's doing his voice. He plays a few characters in So I Married an Axe Murderer. I don't know if you ever saw that movie. And the one character is like this older, like Scottish or Irish guy. And that's basically the Shrek voice. And he just used that voice for this. But yeah, it's because like he's an icon now, Mike Myers.
I think the voiceover was perfect. I think it fit the character, to be honest, with Mike Myers.
And it really was like the Austin Powers was on its way down. He's like, how do I reinvent myself? Boom, Shrek. We're back up.
We're back in action, baby.
Cameron
Hell
Diaz.
yeah, baby.
Cameron Diaz is even great in it.
Of course.
Icon. I love that it's the reverse of Beauty and the Beast, where at the end the Beast turns into a handsome guy, and they're like, no, she's just gonna stay an ogre. And I'm like, all right, Disney would be too afraid to do that.
Exactly. That's why we hate Disney. I hate Disney.
Not all of it.
Well, a lot of it. I hate Disney freaks. That's what I hate.
Yes.
Let's go to Disney every year.
I mean, why would you were in an episode with Johanna. Why would you say that?
Sorry. I love you.
Yeah, super Disney people. Like I don't
know. It's not my type.
I went to Disney in 2019. It was my first time since like, I don't know, maybe 2007-ish. And I was like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, good. That's new.
Yeah.
I'll come back in 20 more years.
I was there when it was the 25th anniversary or birthday of Disney, and the castle was dressed as a cake, or they decorated as a cake, and
Oh shit!
it was cool. But
When was that? That had to be a while ago.
That was a while ago.
Yeah. But in Universal, they had the Shrek 4D ride, which I think might be gone now. Then maybe they turned it into Minions or something.
See, I gotta go to Universal. I haven't been there in forever. That's the only way I'd get there.
Yeah,
Universal.
I went there again, first time since 2007, like 2023. I went there twice actually. We did Halloween Horror Nights.
Cool.
I don't know if you have any interest in Halloween Horror Nights, but get ready to wait in a line for a very long time.
Doesn't it start in September, like early September?
Yeah, but it's packed.
It's still packed?
It's packed.
Really? They gotta
Yes.
extend it or something, like, you
Yeah.
know?
It was, I'm glad I did it once. I don't think I could ever do it again.
Yeah.
I don't think I could ever do it again. But yeah, I think the Shrek ride might be down, which I'm actually upset about. The Shrek ride was fun. We all know and love Shrek. We've talked about it at length on this channel already. Any last words on Shrek 1? Other than it gave you a whole personality.
And that's all that I
Well, how old were you in 2013?
I can't do math. Are you serious?
I was 23.
Okay, so I was 20.
As a 20-year-old.
As a 20-year-old, you know, I watched Shrek.
Real quick.
Are you judging me?
Real quick. Were you on any substances watching
I was
this?
on marijuana, baby.
Okay. I totally forgot about that part of like, oh yeah, now that makes sense.
Yeah. So I was crying watching this the first time.
That was funny. I never actually watched this on that.
You should.
I should. Although I had to cut down recently. That was making me eat too much.
Oh, okay.
And the internet has noticed.
Fat shame Tony. Fat shame Tony.
If you're gonna fat shame me, please join the Hack the Movies Patreon $5 tier to get on the Discord to fat shame me. Which, by the way, a guy legit did do that. He was calling me fat in another Discord. I'm like, hey, if you're gonna call me fat, join my Patreon. And the motherfucker did it, and he calls me fat every day.
Are you serious? I love that. That's motivation for you.
I want to thank everyone during the holidays who let me know that I look like a huge fat piece of shit.
You gotta join a Red Book or whatever. It's a Chinese app.
Red Note? No.
Red Note. They will fat shame the fuck out of you for free. They love Americans and telling us how fat we are. It's great. I go on there and I throw up after I get off that app.
Look. It was a rough fall and winter, but we're fine. We're back. We're back to it. All right. You know, everything was different in the fall. You know, Haley Welsh started her podcast, and we thought that was going to be a thing. How do you feel? How do you feel, Miss Hacktua? Yes, let's all celebrate. Lauren started podcasting in May 2024. She started in September. Here you are still going.
The original.
Here you are still going.
I am the original.
Talk Tua is dead, and I think it's hilarious that the episode before it went away was called How Not to Get Canceled.
And she got destroyed.
And
Probably go to jail.
We kind of predicted it.
We did. We manifested it.
We joked because at that time she was starting her dating app. Which I was gonna sign up for, but after all that, I'm like, how can I trust?
You definitely did. You signed up.
It would be just as effective as all the other dating apps, which is not at all.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so she was just about to start a dating app, and I joked about how it was gonna be like a data phishing scheme, not realizing that she was actually gonna do a crypto scam.
Yeah, Bitcoin or Hackcoin, whatever the fuck it was called. What was it called?
I think it was Hawkcoin or something.
Hawkcoin, yeah. And she bankrupt everyone.
Yes, and now she's like sad.
Oh well,
and
not my problem.
And depressed, and what probably would have cheered her up was Shrek 5, but they delayed it a year
till December 2026.
What are we gonna do until then? I don't understand.
Continue to rewatch Shrek 1 through 4.
We're just gonna have we might skip one of those, but let's get too hasty. But yes, Shrek 1, revisit it, rewatch it.
Yes,
it'll be fun. Your kids will love it. Your 20-year-olds will love it if they're sinning and doing illegal stuff. And yeah, it's just a perfect movie and a really good AVGN episode.
What star do you give it?
Oh, this is a 5-star movie.
Yes, I agree.
Roger Ebert and Roper gave this 2 thumbs up. Boom. And oh yeah, when you get the DVD, you get the extended ending.
What is the extended ending?
It's just them singing longer. And I think at one point they sing "Staying Alive" and it cuts to Farquaad inside Dragon's stomach with a match singing "Staying Alive" because he's dying.
I need the extended version.
Is it the ride or one of the shorts? He comes back as a ghost. I think
he?
it was on the ride. Farquaad's ghost chases you around.
Oh, that's so sick.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. That's another thing. We should come back at some point and do all the Shrek specials.
Yes, because there's Happily Ever After.
There's Shrek the Halls. There's a Halloween one. There's Far Far Away Idol where they're singing songs.
We need to revisit this.
They really went hard on Shrek advertising.
And as they fucking should.
But anyway, now we're going to get to Shrek 2.
Think about it every time I think about it. Can't stop thinking about it.
Lauren, can you read the back of the DVD for us? No, the DVD.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I only have Shrek 2 on DVD. I don't have the... Well, now I have all of them. But before this, I only had 2.
Oh, okay.
Real quick. Move the mic closer to you. I just realized...
Hello?
There you go.
Okay. Shrek 2. A piece of genius. You'll love it. This is Joe Siegel from Siegel from Good Morning America. Mm-hmm. Everyone's favorite larger-than-life hero returns in Shrek 2, the #1 comedy of all time by critics and audiences alike, as even better than its Oscar-winning predecessor.
Yeah.
USA Today proclaims, there are so many jokes and jests, not even a jelly-bellied ogre can consume them all in one sitting. Tony. That's Tony.
You.
Happily Ever After never seems so far, far away when a trip to meet the in-laws turns into another hilariously twisted adventure for Shrek and Fiona. With the help of his faithful stud donkey, Shrek takes on a potion-brewing fairy godmother, the pompous Prince Charming, and the famed ogre-killing Puss in Boots.
Yeah.
A ferocious feline foe who's really just a pussycat at heart.
Yeah.
A Hollywood rarity, a sequel even better than the first.
Puss in
Shrek
Boots
2.
played by Antonio Banderas.
Yes, which I loved. I loved Antonio.
So we didn't include Puss in Boots in this. The first Puss in Boots movie is really good. Apparently, the new one that came out like 2 years ago is phenomenal.
Really? I gotta watch it. I've never seen it.
Yeah, the first one was fine. I liked it. There was like a Netflix show, but I didn't watch it. That one is meant for like kids.
Yeah.
But no, apparently, people who I wouldn't expect were like, yeah, the new Puss in Boots is great. I'm like, I gotta check it out then.
Oh, damn. Me too. We should review those.
Maybe we will.
Okay,
Maybe we
okay.
will. So Shrek 2. Didn't get to see this in theaters, unfortunately. 2004 was like a big year. You had like Spider-Man 2 and all.
There was
these
a lot. Yeah.
Yes, I didn't get to see them all in theaters. This is one that I missed. But I got the DVD, and again, it's the only Shrek movie I owned until recently.
Widescreen. That's Tony.
Yes. Oh wait, hold on. Let me look at the back of it. That has the Far Far Away Idol. We can watch the American Idol.
Far Far Away Idol.
This movie I love.
I like Shrek 2. I think it was a good.
Now, did you also watch that in 2013? Were you just binging all of them?
I binged all of them. Yes, I did.
It is a great sequel because again, fairy tales they usually end and they went far, far away, but you never get to see like how the relationship progresses. 'Cause
Right.
a lot of times, like, and then the prince showed up and they lived happily ever after. It's like, did they? Like they barely knew each other.
Right, exactly. I just like how the Far Far Away sign reminds me of
the Hollywood sign. I love it.
Like I think that's so
They're
funny.
going to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So yeah, it opens up. Shrek and Fiona are married.
Yes.
She's in her Shrek form. They're living at the swamp. Accidentally in Love is playing.
Another good soundtrack, by the way.
Yes, really great soundtrack. Yeah, they're just like very, very happy. They're by themselves. But they learn that they have to go too far, far away. They got to meet the in-laws.
Yes.
We got to meet the in-laws. We never learned about Shrek's family.
Yes, because yes. Well, we find out.
Well, we know
later.
we see other ogres, but we never really found out about Shrek's family. And I think, if I'm remembering right, the Chris Farley audio, I think in the original script they mention his family a little bit, but it never made it into the final version.
Someone hurt you so bad. Someone hurt you many years ago.
Leave my parents out of this!
Breakthrough!
Well, Shrek 4 mentions something very.
Okay.
So when we get to it,
Maybe I missed something, but
you
yeah,
missed something.
we'll get to. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, it's fun seeing like what happens after the story ends in fairy tale worlds. So yeah, they go to far, far away, which looks like Beverly Hills, Los Angeles.
It really does.
Los Angeles, which at the time of this recording, I'm getting ready to go to Los Angeles. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure everything is fine.
Everything is fine.
Where I'm staying is 20 minutes away from the nearest fire.
Oh
I think
God.
I'm fine.
Shit.
The fuck is happening? Hold on. Oh, okay. Sorry. Looked like something important. It was not important.
It's his Tinder going off.
No, I deleted that. no, Lauren. After that night of drinking when I was sad, I deleted all the apps. Anyway. And I can't even add them back because I learned I gained too much weight, so I got to lose weight and take better pictures before I add them back.
Oh, you got to show everyone the pic of you.
Oh, real quick. Can I talk about Lauren's wingmanning for me?
Yes, please. Tell everyone.
Okay.
Tell everyone.
Donkey, great wingman.
Yes.
Donkey is like trying to set Fiona and Shrek up. Lauren Soda, terrible wingman. One of the worst wingmen ever.
It's not my fault. He fumbled 2 friends of mine.
What? Okay, no. Wait, 2.
He's an
Pause.
egotistical man whore.
What are you talking about? Okay, pause. 1, we're not going to name any names.
No, we're not naming. I would never.
Yeah.
I would never.
So I'm laying, this is many, many months ago. I'm laying in bed, minding my own business, about to go to sleep. I get a call from Lauren, come out. I'm like, what? Come out. I'm like, okay. Turns out she was not so secretly trying to set me up with someone.
My bad.
And how did that work out? They stopped talking to me, which is fine. And they ended up dating the other person who was there. So I literally, Lauren, I could have just went to sleep that night.
I tried my hardest. It's not my fault.
But I wasn't even asking.
I don't care.
You went out of your way.
Yeah, you're
to
welcome.
Wake me up.
That is called a wing woman going, I went out of my way.
Well,
and you're going to sit there and disrespect
points,
me?
If you don't, if it would have ended there, points for trying. So then, the one girl turns me down and I'm out drinking, being sad. And then Lauren looks at the bartender and goes, hey, do you like that girl? And before I could say, I don't know, you go, hey, are you single? She's like, oh, I'm real into this other guy. I'm just like, well, wait, I don't even know if I like that girl, but I've been pre-rejected. I've been pre-jected.
Yeah, projected.
And then, because apparently you didn't have enough.
Sorry.
This is literally like the person who keeps trying to fix things and it keeps getting
Hey,
worse.
third time's a charm. I'm just waiting for that moment.
This one I was legitimately like, Lauren, what the fuck? The other bartender, who I already know isn't single because you told me.
Yeah, well, she doesn't know you wanted me to reach out or anything.
Because I don't, because you already told me.
Wait, the blonde?
Yes. And then you sit there and you go, hey, he wanted to know if you were single. And I'm like, Lauren, what are you doing? What are you doing? She didn't even answer. She just walked
away. Oh, well, I mean, I tried.
So, Lauren, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Thank you so much. But, that's 3 strikes. I think we're good.
Nah. I got one more in me.
Really, Tony, I got it this time.
Just one more. That's it. And then you could be free bird.
You're going to be here like, Tony, I got it. She gets married next week, but I think there's time. I think there's still some time.
Tony, she's getting a divorce. You're in. She's got daddy issues.
So Shrek 2, again, he has to meet the in-laws. The in-laws are not happy that he's an ogre.
No.
They are upset that Fiona is an ogre.
Yes.
The dad, played by John Cleese from Monty Python, and Monty Python in general. I was going to say Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and I'm like, no, he's in all of Monty Python, who I got to see perform live years ago. He does a really good one-man show. He's very hilarious.
Cool.
Even though him and the rest of Monty Python, the surviving members, all hate each other, he is still very funny. And I think Renee Russo was the mom, who's more accepting of Shrek and Fiona. The dad, not very accepting.
Nope.
We find out that there was this prearranged agreement. We never learned who cursed Fiona to be an ogre, but I think
I'm pretty sure it was a fairy godmother.
I think it was an inside job. Yes, I think it was an inside job.
Definitely an inside job.
So the fairy godmother made a deal with the king. She gave him something. We learn what that is later.
Right.
And she said, okay, well, your daughter has to marry my son.
Prince Charming.
Prince Charming, who's like a literal person. Prince Charming.
Right.
Which I love the opening where it's him like going to the castle and it's the wolf from Red Riding Hood is there.
To find her.
What?
So the fairy godmother is very upset, and she's like, all right, we gotta get rid of this Shrek. We gotta get rid of Shrek. And Shrek hates the parents because he knows they hate him. And this is what I texted you saying, I never thought I would find Shrek too relatable.
Yes, you did.
I don't know if you've ever run into these situations or anything, but like there was one ex I had to spend Thanksgiving with her family. They did not like me. The dad mostly did not like me.
But do you have do you know the reason why they didn't like you?
My job wasn't real. I didn't make enough money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There were probably a bunch of other, probably legitimate reasons, but I feel like I could have nothing would have made them happy.
No, yeah, they sound right.
So like I remember that whole Thanksgiving just feeling like a total outcast, but I was like trapped there, and I'm like, oh no, what do I do?
That's so awkward.
So seeing like Shrek show up and everyone like not into them, I was just like, oh man, this is hitting hard.
Tony cried.
Have you ever done that? Has this ever happened to you?
No, this has not. I'm an angel. Moms love me.
Have you ever had a boyfriend who your family hated? Have you ever had that?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
The dad is body shaming Fiona because he doesn't accept her Shrekness.
Yes.
Her ogreness.
Her ogreness.
Which I like the mom's just like, can you fucking chill, buddy?
Yeah.
Like, come on, we just got our daughter back. Could you not?
Yeah, right.
Shrek is having insecurities because he finds out that Fiona dreamed of Prince Charming saving her. That is sad where you go through her like diary.
Yeah, that's
and she's like, I'm not allowed to stay at Sleeping Beauty's tonight because she turns into an ogre. And I'm like, man, that's kind of a bummer. That's kind of deep for this movie.
It's really deep. I think Shrek 3 was sad, but never mind.
Yeah. So I like the whole thing where like Fairy Godmother is playing both of them. She's a good villain. Not as great as Farquaad, but she's pretty good.
She's good.
Because again, with Disney stuff, you're expecting her to be the good guy. So her being the bad guy. And I like that she breaks her diet. She's like, you're going to make me do something I didn't want to do. She
orders all the shit.
And can I get the medieval meal? Like, I love how Prince Charming is like such like a mama's boy.
Oh, yeah,
He's so
great.
infantilized.
And his meal came with like this sword.
The big sword. It was like the Happy Meal.
Yeah.
So she is trying to get Shrek away. She's promising him that she can turn him into like whatever. And then she's gonna plan to put like Prince Charming there. They had to come up with some kind of like fun gag for this. Wait, before we mention the gag, Puss in Boots. So we meet a bunch of new characters in this.
Yes,
I love the villain bar.
Yes.
There's a villain bar. We see Captain Hook. We see the ugly
bartender.
stepsister, played by Larry King, which I've gone my whole life not knowing that. Because I wanted to make a joke, be like, oh, this person's not going to be in Shrek 5. And then I was like, oh, no, they probably aren't going to be in Shrek 5.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Yeah. So at the villain bar, we meet this new character who kills ogres. He's a hunter. You can hire him. We learn it's the fairy tale creature Puss in Boots.
Puss in Boots.
By Antonio Banderas, who I love.
I love also.
I love Antonio Banderas. I love him in this. I love when he fights Shrek and they parody Alien where he comes out of his shirt.
Yeah.
But like the most meme thing with him is him doing the eyes.
Oh, the eyes are so cute.
And they're so adorable.
They're so cute.
And I just love when he gets beaten. He's just like and he's great. He is such a great addition to the movie. But yes, they decided they had to come up with like a cool thing for this. So Shrek takes a potion and he becomes a human.
Oh, a hot Shrek.
I was going to say, the women find him
hot.
super hot. Do you find Shrek hot?
I sure do. I find him hot as an ogre. I find him hot as a human.
You know, I found out there's a lot of guys who are really into Fiona Shrek, but like specifically the Shrek version. I'm wondering if there's any women who are lusting after human Shrek. They want him in Shrek form. Although no one in the audience for this channel, they're real into I'm noticing a lot of girls on this, Johanna and whatnot, are monster fuckers. They're real into like monster stuff.
Oh, okay.
Jess reads erotic monster fiction. I think my cousin does too. I don't know what's going on. You're apparently into Shreks.
I like
What
ogres.
is going on with all
I
of you?
like ogres.
This is why it's so hard to date. Women want to fuck literal monsters. Did you see Nosferatu?
No, not yet. I'm seeing it tomorrow.
women are lusting after this guy. I'm like, he's literally all the shit you guys complain about.
I know. It's like how they lusted over all those serial killers. You know?
It is that. Although not as bad as that because that's real. But
I know.
It's the same mindset. I'm like, but you hate these guys.
It's wild.
So yeah, I'm gonna have a big mustache like Nosferatu. Spoiler: he has a big mustache and a bad comb over. I'm gonna get a skin disease, and then maybe I'll find some. Then you can wingman for me and be like, you're like, hey, there's my friend. He's got the skin disease and he treats people like shit.
He might have an STD.
You might have an STD. Yeah, so I love the switch where they're humans. That's really funny. One of my favorite jokes is where they have to steal the guy's clothes. And it's just, I don't know why it cracks me up, but he's like,
someday I will repay you. Unless, of course, I can't find you or if I forget.
But yeah, it's a great one. What's your favorite part of Shrek 2? What's your favorite thing about this?
I think my favorite part was just the dad turning into, a toad.
Yes, or the frog. Frog. That was a really fun reveal.
Yeah, that was a good twist.
Because it's funny, because we learned that he's projecting, which is the thing people do.
Men do.
People do.
Men.
People do.
Okay.
Yeah, we learned that the reason he hates Shrek is because he was the frog prince.
Right.
And he made the deal with Fairy Godmother, I guess, to turn into a human.
Correct.
And, look, the ending is a little rough for me to digest. Like, Fiona becoming a lady ogre makes sense. Shrek's an ogre. It works.
Right.
The queen still wants to be with him when he's a literal frog. And I'm like,
hey, we don't judge.
And I'm like, how's that relationship working?
We listen and we don't judge.
Do you think they're old enough where like sex isn't a thing anymore?
Yeah,
She's like, well, thank God it happened now.
Thank God he can't even get it up anyway.
She's like, it's been a while anyway. So we're good.
Yeah.
We're just staying together. I'm basically just in this to be the queen.
Right. We already had a kid. We're good.
She's hooking up with the ugly stepsister on the side.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like when the fairy godmother is like shooting all her magic around. She turns Pinocchio into a real boy for like a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pinocchio gets a bigger part in this. Where
he's wearing a thong.
He's wearing a thong. I love. He's like, because they're all chained up. Oh, that's right. They do a Cops parody where it's nights. Like tonight on nights.
Yeah, it was really good. That part was good.
The best part is them finding the catnip in Puss in Boots, and he goes, "That's not mine."
Yeah.
But yeah, they do the Mission Impossible parody where he comes down on the strings.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's funny.
That's
like,
cool. Yeah.
Like, you have to reach us quick. Make up a lie. Say you're wearing women's underwear. Like, it doesn't
and he's
work.
like, I'm not. And then his nose gets bigger and bigger.
I love the gingerbread man making the giant gingerbread man.
Yes, that's also good. Yeah.
I like legitimately get sad when he dies and falls in the water. You're like, oh no.
You're like, one of the best characters.
Poor gingerbread man. But yeah, it's a fun finale. They get rid of the fairy godmother. Prince Charming gets taken away.
Yeah, Prince Charming's a so I hated him.
You really didn't like Prince Charming.
I hate him.
Poor Rupert Everett. Be nice to him.
No.
But the big mystery of this film is, where is Dragon? And they mentioned it earlier because Donkey interrupts their honeymoon.
Oh, that's right.
And he wants to like hang out with them and stuff. And they're like, hey, shouldn't you be with Dragon? And he's like, oh, no, she's been real moody lately.
Oh, because she was
pregnant. Which, okay, I also have questions about the logistics of this.
Same. I really want to know.
I was just like, wait, what?
What happened? How did it go down? I'm sure there's a porno.
Which I love. There has to be a Shrek porno.
There has to be.
I love there's like a meme of like different like fantasy characters and like what they did with dragons. Like, I slayed a dragon. I rode a dragon. It's like, I slayed a dragon. I rode a dragon. I did this to a dragon. And then the last one is just Donkey smiling because you know exactly what he did with the dragon.
He's like.
So they have horrible mutant donkey dragon babies.
I think they're so cute. They're the cutest little things. They're adorable.
Oh my god. So I'm glad they committed to it because they're like, oh, if you're gonna do it, you got to commit all the way to it.
I agree.
But yeah, it's a really, really fun time. Great sequel, does everything a great sequel should do. It's bigger, it's funnier. It's not just doing the same story again. It's taking the characters in different directions. Everything was on fire.
I agree.
Another
five.
Another
5
stars. 5 stars. 2 more thumbs up.
2 more thumbs up and toes up.
Yes. We're putting them all up for
everything's
Shrek
up.
2.
Everything's up.
Yeah, and everyone loves it that I know. I've never met a single person who didn't like this movie.
Same.
And then years later, they did Shrek 3.
Can we just skip over it?
No. Let's do this. Okay. You ready?
No, I'm not.
The biggest comedy of the year. Get ready for thirds. The greatest fairy tale never told continues with a whole new hilarious comedy of royal proportions. When his frog-in-law suddenly croaks, Shrek embarks on another whirlwind adventure with Donkey and Puss in Boots to find the rightful heir to the throne. Everyone's favorite cast of characters is back, along with a magical, misguided Merlin, who is, I believe, Eric Idle, also from Monty Python. An awkward Arthur, Justin Timberlake. A powerful posse of princesses. And a bundle of unexpected arrivals. Only Shrek can tell a tale where everyone lives happily ever laughter. This is the only Shrek I've ever seen in theaters.
I don't know why. Why would you waste your money?
Well, I was like, well, the first 2 are great. This one will be good. I forget who I saw it with. I don't know, some girls I was hanging out with. They're like, we're going to see Shrek 3. I'm like, yeah, I'll go see it. That should be fun.
Nope.
No, this Shrek the Third is very weak. So, yes, we find out in the beginning. This part's actually funny because they're filling in for the king and queen. And he's adjusting to like royal life. I love when they're wearing the outfits and they can't fit in them.
Yes.
I do love the moment where someone comes in, he's like, oh, who died? And then he's literally the frog is dying. He tells him that he wants Shrek to be the king, but Shrek is not ready for that. The whole theme of this is Shrek ready for responsibility?
Not at all.
No, not at all.
Typical man.
So he tells him, like, you can be king. And he's like, no, I can't do it. He's like, all right, there's one other person. It's Fiona's cousin, not King Arthur, but Arthur, who will be king. So he's like, good, we're going to do that instead. So Shrek is going to go on an adventure. And he finds out right before he leaves that Fiona is pregnant.
Yeah.
Which
is such a hard, she had a hard time telling us.
Yeah,
like,
which
I'm nuts.
I didn't mind that gag. It's a classic gag. I think Blazing Saddles used it where someone says something and a horn blows.
Yeah.
Also, before they leave, I did love Puss in Boots saying bye to the cat. He's like, I'll miss you. And then there's like 8 other cats. And he's like, and you. What a guy. The whole stuff with like Shrek being worried about being a dad is fun. I like his nightmares of the babies, the Shrek babies.
Yeah. It's like foreshadowing.
Which I'm wondering if my sister went through that when she found out she was having twins.
You should ask her.
Just had a dream of Shrek babies everywhere.
You should put on Shrek 3 when you go to her house. She might start crying now.
The twins have gotten even more into Godzilla.
Really?
So I don't know if you saw the new one with Kong and Godzilla where they're friends and Godzilla turns pink. They love it.
Oh, I bet they do.
There's a big white lizard in it who the bad guy uses and then it turns nice at the end. We've watched the movie 7,000 times.
Well, you corrupted them. That's your fault.
I had to put them on for work. I didn't think they'd actually like them, but they actually ended up liking them. But they decided that this white one is now their favorite one.
Oh, okay.
So they will call me on FaceTime. So I will take the toy out of the box and show it to them.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, my sister literally had to call me. She's like, which one is the one with Shimo? I'm like, why? She's like, because they won't stop asking for it.
Oh, my God.
Usually it's like there is no Godzilla in the house unless I'm there. Yeah. But like one day they were just asking for it. Anyway.
Oh, that's great.
So the Shrek baby stuff is fine. You get to Arthur. They go to high school, which is funny. Or it could be funny, but they don't really do a lot with him in the high school setting.
No, they don't.
No, and this is where the problems really start.
And I fell asleep.
You fell asleep at this? Justin Timberlake sucked.
Yeah.
He
I know.
Even as a voice actor,
brutal.
he sucked. I'm not saying he's like bad, but like this is when they were really trying to push him as an actor. Yeah. They were really trying to make him a movie star. Not his forte. No. I mean, he's been fine in movies, but that's it. He's mostly just fine. But they wanted him to be the leading man. I'm like, he is not leading man material. He is supporting character material. Supporting. Yeah, he sucks in this, and I don't particularly care about the Arthur character in this.
Not enough.
And his whole journey was like, oh,
it was cringe.
Yes. I couldn't relate to him at all.
No.
It sucked. And then you have the B plot. Again, weak villain. Charming is now the villain. Speaking
still the villain.
Yeah, but he should be the supporting villain. He should not be the main villain.
Yeah.
He doesn't work as the main villain for me at all. But yeah, he plans to take over Far, Far Away and overthrow them, but he needs to get rid of Fiona and her mom first. And he ends up invading with he gets all the villains. He rallies all the villains.
The witches. All of them.
Which I think, does Rumpelstiltskin make an appearance in this one?
I don't think so.
I feel like he might have had one appearance in this. I should check. Check.
And you, Frumpy Pigskin.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Where's that firstborn you were promised, eh?
I'm curious.
But yeah, he gets all the villains. I do like the trees. The trees from Wizard of Oz. Those are fun.
Yeah.
To take over Far, Far Away. And they interrupt on Fiona's baby shower. And then we find out, this is where we see all the other princesses. Sleeping Beauty, Rapunzel. Where is it? Sleeping Beauty, Rapunzel, Snow White.
The bartender.
The ugly stepsister.
Okay.
Played by Larry King, which actually, I really don't care for this plot line, but Larry King getting a bigger part, I actually was really happy about that.
Same.
I'm just like, I'm actually really enjoying that they made this throwaway joke a main character.
Right.
Yeah, I couldn't get into her storyline either. No. Yeah.
I think the best part was when, Prince Charming took over, when like they had Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
I think it was like Heart. Like that was the only two songs that were good in this soundtrack of Shrek 3.
And then they try to do the whole feminism thing.
I know.
Where they're like, who's gonna? We got to get out of here, and they just all wait for the prince to save them. And they're like, no, we got to save ourselves.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but Fiona, you didn't do that.
Female power.
Yeah, which I know you're all about, Miss Charlie's Angels. Someone bought. Oh God, I gotta give you guys that money. Sorry,
no,
I forgot. I need to get your guys' PayPals. We auctioned off the tape.
Woo!
Some lucky man has the Charlie's.
He's probably jerking off to it as we speak, baby.
If you're
fess up, whoever bought it.
If you're jerking off to the Charlie's Angels tape, don't send us pictures of it, please.
Please send all the pics.
No, send it to Lauren. Send it to Lauren. I don't want to see it.
All right.
But that would have been funny, but then it's just like the queen's gonna headbutt the brick walls. I'm like, I thought that would be a funnier gag. Snow White singing with all the animals.
Yeah, I actually like that part.
Turning into immigrant song.
Yeah.
They put that in all the trailers. Speaking of, I didn't know this until I was looking it up earlier. They super promoted this movie heavily, and apparently the comedy duo Tim and Eric kept seeing advertisements for it. And then when they like on Adult Swim and all their shows, they would just, for fun, they just started promoting the movie too.
Oh God.
So they would just find ways to make an excuse to promote Shrek 3 because they just kept seeing so many advertisements for it. But yeah, it's not good.
Nah.
No. There's potential there.
0. I rate it a 0.
I was telling you, I'm like, this is the one I'm least excited to rewatch. I have not watched it since the theater. And I watched it again. There's moments here or there. That's the problem, like with Shrek 1 being perfect. And then Shrek 2, like somehow doing the impossible and actually matching it. Like I had big expectations.
So did I.
It's hard to do it 3 times. And I was just like, I dropped the ball hard. Mm-hmm. Even Merlin's not that funny in it. He could have been really funny.
It was a very depressing Shrek, I think.
Yeah, because he's worried about the kids and everything.
Yes. Not the best.
And then because Shrek and Donkey transforming into went so well, they were like, we have to redo that.
Yes.
So it's now Puss in Boots and Donkey switch brains.
Which I thought that was a pretty good twist for a minute.
I mean, I didn't really enjoy it. I just kind of wanted to see them do their thing.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like we needed to do a body switching thing.
No.
But I feel like because the last one they did it, they're like, well, we have to do something like that in this.
Right.
Didn't work for me. I want to see Puss in Boots be real suave. I don't want to see Donkey in Puss in Boots shoes.
True.
I totally forgot about Rapunzel being a double agent and betraying them.
Yeah, she married Prince Charming?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like an inside. She was the mole on the inside.
What a
You can't say that on
Sorry.
YouTube. I have to bleep it.
Out. Sorry, I'm making you do more work. My bad.
You're not as bad as Crystal and Kit in the Child's Play 2 episode. They just did it so long. I'm like, please stop saying that word for the love of God.
I hate you too. I hate it.
I don't even remember a single goddamn song other than the two that you mentioned.
That's it. Yeah, that was really it. That's all that stood out.
So the whole just Shrek doesn't want to be king, so he's getting someone else to do it. Don't care. Don't care about Arthur. The whole girls get it done, girl power thing wasn't entertaining unless Larry King was saying something. Ironic, you know, it's pretty bad where your female storyline, only the man is the good part.
The confused. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, the fairy godmother in the second one calls the wolf a gender confused wolf.
Yeah, a gender confused wolf. I thought that was hilarious.
There's a lot of jokes about that.
I know.
Which again, I'm interested to see what happens.
Way before, liberals.
But now I don't know what's going to happen because now Hollywood's trying to backtrack all this stuff.
We'll say.
But yeah, it's just weak.
Yeah.
I honestly would have just liked seeing Shrek with Fiona getting ready to have the kids. I mean, that could have also been really bad, but it's just more entertaining.
They could have had a better storyline.
This storyline just didn't work for me.
Awful.
It didn't lead to a lot of really memorable jokes.
Yeah.
The only thing that really came out of this was Shrek Riz. I found out that this was a term.
Wait, this is a thing? Did I miss that? Shrek Riz.
Yeah, Shrek's got Riz.
I love
I had to learn what Riz was a few years ago. I had no idea. But yeah, if you type in Shrek Riz into gift search, which because of you, I've been using the Shrek gift search.
Oh my God, that's what you're writing in there.
It's the part where, I found out about it. It's the part where Prince Charming stabs him. Okay. And then he realizes it's fake, but he's leaned over and he looks up and he gives like the little wink. He does the smirk. Apparently that's Shrek Riz.
I gotta see this. Shrek Riz.
Yeah. There's a bunch of Shrek
I love
Riz.
the animated one. That's great.
Hold on. Someone put it on a fucking Pokemon card.
Send me that.
Oh my God, Lauren.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, apparently the Shrek Riz is a thing. Shrek the Third.
Yeah, could we just stop talking about it?
Yes, we are going to move on.
I'm so over it.
To Shrek Forever After. Can you please read the synopsis there?
All right, ready?
Yes.
It ain't ogre till it's ogre.
Oh, Jesus, God damn it.
It started with a lovable ogre who befriended a talking donkey and rescued a beautiful princess in an unforgettable story that broke the mold for all animated films to follow. I agree.
Yes.
Now comes Shrek Forever After. Longing for the days when he was a real ogre, Shrek signs a deal with Rumpelstiltskin. I can never say that.
Yeah.
To get his roar back, but turns his world upside down in the process. Donkey suddenly can't remember his best friend. Fiona is now a tough warrior princess, and Puss in Boots is one fat pussy.
Wait, no!
It says that!
No, wait, hold on.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, God damn it. I was gonna say, they did not put fat pussy on a children's.
Sorry. Another thing you gotta bleep out. No, keep that.
What does it actually say?
Cat. A pussy and a cat are the same thing. Anyway, together they have just 24 hours to rescue the contract and restore happily forever after. And there's bonus features.
Sorry. One
What?
big fat pussy. That's the funniest
That's
the funniest fucking thing you've ever said. Because you got me for a minute. I'm like, wait. I don't like you could, but I wouldn't. Anyway, I had never seen this one before.
Me neither. Yesterday was the first time I watched it.
Because Shrek the Third was so bad, I was like, I'm done with Shrek. I missed this one. Came out in 2010. So I'm in like...
That's when I graduated high school.
That's when I went to Temple. I had already been in college for a few years, but that's when I went to Temple University.
That's right. Me and Tony used to party together at Temple.
We did.
In his frat house that had piss in the basement.
Yeah, that basement was gross.
I'm kidding. It was kind of gross, though.
I don't know if there was... It was definitely moldy and gross. I don't know if there was piss in it.
We all got like asbestos poisoning or whatever.
Not that I'm defending my apartment. It was really shitty, but I don't think we were pissing in the basement. Someone might have pissed
I
in the
was.
Or maybe you were. Who pissed in the basement?
Me.
Yeah, we used to party together. I hooked up with one of your friends who stopped talking to me, and then you revealed a decade later why.
Yeah, I am the worst for women. You're right.
You still don't talk about that person, dude. You don't talk about that person.
No.
Dude. I mean, we're not going to name him. Like, yeah, apparently this chick had a boyfriend.
I didn't
Why
even know.
didn't you tell me?
I didn't even know until recent, until after we graduated. So she put on this facade, and I had no idea. So she was single.
That was awkward though, because I'm like,
turtle.
I'm like, we hung out, then like, oh wait, what? What's going on here?
I didn't even know. So
anyway, because I was hooking up with your friends and getting turned down, I did not have time to see Shrek Forever after.
Yeah, that's right. That's true.
So yeah, I watched it for the first time the other night. Not that bad.
Not bad. I liked it.
It's not like super funny like the first two. The story's actually pretty solid though. Yeah. We find out that Rumpelstiltskin, I have trouble with it too. At his witch hangout, which I love that all the witches have hats, even if they're babies. Like they're all the same witch.
It's fucking awesome.
We find out that there was a different part of the story. The king and queen went to Rumpelstiltskin, and they were going to sign a contract with him to get their daughter back, to lift their daughter from the curse.
Right.
And we find out that he's like, but what about the fairy godmother's plan? And the mom is like, I don't trust her. Let's do this. They would have to give him something.
Give him far, far away land.
Yes. Give him far, far away.
Yes.
They would have to give him far, far away in exchange for their daughter.
And the dad didn't want to do it at first. He was like, oh.
Yes, the mom was going to do it. They were about to sign, and we find out that this is when they got the news that Shrek saved Fiona.
Yes.
Your Highness, the princess, she's been saved. Huh?
And I do love Rumpelstiltskin, like, who saved her? Yeah. So we're getting that backstory. Rumpelstiltskin, they toss him out, so he's a loser now. Then we see what Shrek's been up to. He had 3 ogre babies.
They're cute. They're cute little ogre babies.
I forget what are their names? God.
It was Felicia, right?
One was Felicia.
Frankenstein or Frinkle.
It was not. I don't think it was Frankenstein.
It started with an F.
Hold on. Shrek babies names. By the way, my whole search on every social media is all
Shrek.
fucked now because Fergus, Farkle, and Felicia.
Farkle!
Bart, if you ever have kids, are you going to go in order of the names?
Little
Fergus,
Louie.
little Farkle, and Felicia.
No, first going to be Trump Daddy, Farkle, and Shrek. I'm never having kids, but if I did.
If
I did, those would be the order of the names.
You know, we never learned Donkey's kids' names.
Oh my God, because there's so many of them.
I know, there's a bunch
He wouldn't stop. He just kept going, trying to get that tax return money, you know? Didn't stop.
So we see what life is like for him, and he's tired of the monotony, and he does
the same thing. It was like Groundhog Day over and over again.
He just doesn't feel like an ogre anymore. Because Fiona was never raised as an ogre.
She was not.
She doesn't really she gets it to a point, but not fully. He misses scaring people. He's not really enjoying fatherhood too much.
No.
He hates changing diapers.
He wants to sit in mud baths all day.
Relatable. Lauren, why am I a single guy, 35, no kids, and I change diapers?
Well, you're cultured now.
I'm prepared, I guess.
You're prepared for when you have a baby with who the hell knows?
Who the hell knows? Someone I won't meet through you. I know that for fucking sure. It will be someone I don't meet through you.
Just become gay already, Christ. Anyway.
Before I delete it, Tinder goes through phases where they'll just recommend men, and I have to check my settings, and I'm like, I know I have it set to women.
Oh my God.
And they're like, buddy, just try.
Just try. Just give it one shot. One shot
I
only.
would if I could.
Oh God.
Speaking of changing diapers, when we hung out and I drank way too much, the next day I was super hungover, and my sister decided to drop the kids off for me to watch. So I almost threw up while changing diapers onto my niece.
Oh.
I was literally like, blah, blah. And then I had to do 2 episodes of Manny Muskets. That was a hell of a day.
I still have to watch that episode.
That was a hell of a day. The one is on Patreon, and the other one comes out after this. Our Black History Month episode is Black Dynamite.
Nice.
You ever see Black Dynamite? Black Dynamite's good. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, so they have the birthday party at like Chuck E. Cheese, or their version of Pinocchio started the Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot. Sorry, rewinding. The only really funny part of Shrek 3 was Gingerbread Man seeing his entire life flash before him. Where he comes out of the oven, he went to college. He's like skipping in a field.
I forgot about that.
And then it was like when his legs got ripped off, but then he rebuilt them. I forgot that they did that.
I forgot they did that.
And then also Pinocchio trying not to lie and going through. Yeah, that was funny.
That was
anyway,
good.
that was the one really great scene in that movie.
Only.
So yeah, here they're having a party. Everyone keeps eating the cake. It's like a whole thing. There's a really annoying little boy that wants to hear him do the roar. Do the roar.
Yeah,
I love that.
He was so ugly. This kid was so
ugly.
fucking ugly.
Do the roar.
Like, do the roar. Do it.
So yeah, Shrek finally like lets it out. He like screams, and they actually that whole shot is like Kindergarten Cop when Schwarzenegger yells. So yeah, he ends up meeting Rumpelstiltskin, and he's like, "I can let you be an ogre for a day. You could be an ogre for one day." But in exchange, you have to give me a day from your life, a day from when you were young that you won't even remember. And he's like, that doesn't sound too bad. So, of course, he signs the contract, and things go horribly wrong. He wakes up, and everything is different. Far, far away is destroyed.
So is his little hut.
His hut doesn't even exist.
Doesn't even exist.
He's being attacked by witches. Witches are after him.
Everyone's scared of him.
Everyone's scared of him, which that part he likes. He's realizing that there's even more ogres that are all wanted.
I know. That was so cool.
And the one has red hair. He tries to find Fiona. She isn't there in the tower. So yeah, he eventually meets Donkey, who doesn't know who he is.
Doesn't remember, yeah.
Which I like that Donkey's being treated like a radio. They have to whip him to do a new song.
Yeah.
That part
and
was funny.
He's singing all these songs. It was good. That was good.
So yeah, he has all this stuff is happening. He realizes that the day that he gave up was the day he was born. So he was never around.
He was never born. This is what I meant by he didn't have a family. He was never born.
He was never born. He never met Farquaad. He never met Donkey. So no one was there to save the princess. So I guess somehow the charming plan didn't work out in his absence.
No, yeah.
I thought he was the thing stopping them. I guess the dragon killed.
Charming wasn't in the 4th.
No, but I'm saying like the scenario didn't play. I guess Rumpelstiltskin taking over fucked everything up. So yeah, Fiona had to free herself.
She did.
And she met up with a bunch of ogres, and now she's a fucking.
She's getting pounded by all these ogres.
She's a resistance free. She's getting pounded by.
She definitely is. I love that they call Rumpelstiltskin. I can't ever say it.
Yeah.
A tyrant.
Yes.
That was so great. I was like, oh my God, it's so great.
I love when he eventually goes to the castle to see what's going on. He's now Mr. Cool with all the witches. I love Pinocchio's trying to sign the contract to be a real boy, and then he spills the ink all over it. And I like his I like his multiple wigs.
Yeah.
He's like, get me my business wig.
He looks like the guy from like Mr. What that Firemeister or whatever.
Oh yeah, Heat Miser. Heat Miser. Yeah.
Finally, the moment we've all been waiting for.
I was thinking he looked more like a troll.
He does look like a troll
doll. Yeah, no, I kind of like Rumpelstiltskin in this. One thing, again, another thing I was really hoping, now that we're in an alternate timeline, I was really hoping Farquaad would show up at some point.
I know, me too.
Like, what happened with did they ever did Far Far Away go to war with Duloc? I want to know these things.
I mean, yeah, who knows? They should do like a spinoff.
Yeah. Yeah, so this one is actually, it's a fun adventure because Shrek has to get Fiona again because she's still under the curse. The only thing that can lift the curse is true love's kiss. And I love the reverse there, where before she's trying to hide her ogreness from people. Now that she lives with the ogre, she's trying to hide her humanness.
Right, yeah.
So that was funny. What did he have to do? The kiss would then lift his curse or something?
I think it would bring him back to his present life.
Yes. But yeah, my favorite gag of things that change is the fat Puss in Boots.
Oh my God,
that was so fun. I was really enjoying.
He's like, Jesus, Puss, you let yourself go.
Could it be true? Have the years of prim and pampery made me soft?
That Puss in Boots is cracking me up.
He had a fupa and all.
I don't think he had a fupa.
He had a fupa.
A fat upper Puss in Boots area.
That's exactly what it is, Tony.
It's
I was scared to say
it's
it.
It's a fupa with a B after the P. Fupa.
Yeah, fupa.
And I love one of the other things because they bring the dragon in, and they're like, you have to charm the dragon, and it doesn't go the same. She like tries to kill him.
Right, yeah. I was like, oh, poor donkey.
Yeah, this one was unexpected surprise. I regret not seeing it earlier.
Me too.
I'm probably not going to rewatch it too much, but it's fun.
Rewatch it too much?
Yeah, I'm going to watch it all the time. Well, now I own all four.
Well, I was going to say, you got to get your, nieces.
If the nieces watch it, if we had to watch anything after 2 more than once, I'd prefer this one.
Yes, not the third. Don't show them the third.
What happened to the third one? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. We don't have it on DVD.
Nah, we lost that one, but it's a 4-pack. Don't worry about it.
I ate it.
Realize that my nieces are going to be like the only ones who know what a VHS is because they make me put movies on the old TV over there.
Oh, do they all?
They keep calling the TV Beast. Because I put Beauty and the Beast on there once. So now I think they think it's just a Beauty and the Beast machine.
I like that.
So they'll be like, Beast?
Beast? Put Beast on.
Oh, they think Belle's name is Beast.
Do they?
Because any movie that has a princess in it, it's just the princess's name. And I didn't realize that this is what they were doing. So we had a book with all the princesses. They see Belle and they go, Beast. And I'm like, oh, you think that's her name?
Yeah, I love that.
But yeah, this is a fun time. You know, he's got the lesson. You don't know what you got till it's gone. It was a very nice lesson.
Yeah.
It's
a happier ending.
Yes, it's got a happy ending. The jokes that are in this really work. It just wasn't as funny. It wasn't
as funny. I agree.
They took itself a little too seriously. But still, the humor mostly works.
It was back to the almost original state.
Yes, it was fun seeing like basically this. Even though I said earlier, just don't redo the first one, but this is like a fun way to do it, where it's like alternate universe. All this stuff was happening.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna go all in on him just being baby daddy.
I thought so too. I thought,
Yeah, I really thought that was gonna be like a big part of the movie, and it is not.
It is not.
Who was besides Puss in Boots? Besides fat Puss in Boots? Who was your favorite alternate reality character? Like, which fairy tale creature being different was your favorite? Because I have one.
I love Puss. Fiona. Actually, I did like Fiona.
Warrior Woman Fiona.
I liked Warrior
Xeno
Woman.
Fiona.
Yeah.
You know who my favorite was?
Who?
The gingerbread man being a gladiator that fights animal crackers.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. You love the gingerbread man.
I really liked him.
You really do.
You know, it's funny because I guess when that movie came out, my cousin Monica's kid was like really young. And I think she left Barbarian Gingerbread Man here. It was like a kid's meal. And like we used to just have it sticking around because she would just leave toys here. And I kept looking at it. I'm like, why is he a gladiator? Because I hadn't seen the movie. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with Gingerbread Man? And now that I finally watched
it all makes sense.
I got to see if that thing's still lingering around. I want to put it on the set next to Lola Bunny there.
You got to find it. Lola Bunny. Oh my God.
Look at her.
Look at her hair.
She's twerking.
Look at that ass.
Not that.
Shake that ass.
Not the Zendaya Lola Bunny.
Oh.
Titsless Lola Bunny. What are we doing here? now that Trump's back, we're gonna make Lola great again.
Yeah, seriously. Everyone's gonna have tits and an ass.
Hollywood's going anti-woke. Sydney Sweeney is Lola Bunny, baby.
Yes, sex sells, baby. Tits sell.
Shrek Forever After. Solid time. Lauren.
Yes.
We've made it to the end. Again,
this has been a journey.
Maybe we'll come back for Puss in Boots. Maybe we'll come back for those Shrek specials.
5.
We do have to come back for Shrek 5.
Yes, we do.
But now that we're back here, or now that we made it to this, what is the best Shrek movie?
Damn. It's a toss-up between 1 and 2.
Obviously.
Obviously,
there's no way in hell it would be 3. I think we made it very clear 3 is the worst. But anyway.
If I had to choose. Shrek 1.
Yeah, you know what? For years, I always thought Shrek 2 was better. And Shrek 2 is great. But now rewatching all 4 of them in the row. And by the way, it's like this. Shrek 1, I still think Shrek 1 is the best. But you know what? That might change depending on the day.
Right.
But they are like neck and neck.
Mm-hmm.
Just Shrek 1 does what it needs to. Like, let's take fairy tales, let's subvert them, make them funnier, twist some of the conventions. I liked all of that.
Yeah.
And the second one was able to take that and put it in a different direction to make it work. But yeah, I think Shrek 1 is still technically the best.
Yeah.
And again, Shrek 3 is
trash.
I love in Shrek Forever
Cancel
After.
it.
I love Shrek Forever After. They don't mention King Arthur at all.
They don't
mention it. We never go. Not just Justin Timberlake. We never go to that mansion or the castle. They don't even. They go to Far, Far Away, and they make no effort to talk to King Arthur.
Because he sucks.
He does suck. Don't bring him back for Shrek 5. I guess, yeah, what do you want to see in Shrek 5? Where do you want to see the story go?
I don't think I want to see anything about Far, Far Away Land. You know, I think they overdid it a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah. But you're right. 2, 3, and 4 are all Far, Far Away focused. Let's try something else.
Yeah, or like maybe come into like future. Like they come into the future. And I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited.
Because I don't think they're going to do babies.
No.
Or you think we're going to be dealing with...
Or the adults, teenagers.
I was going to say either kid Shreks or teenage Shreks.
Probably teenage Shreks.
I'm sorry, ogres, not Shreks.
You're right, ogres. Sorry, I said the same.
Yeah,
thing.
I'm thinking teenage ogres. That would be fun. Shrek Dad with teenage ogres.
Shrek Daddy.
Shrek Daddy. Can Farquaad have like a twin brother? I just really want Farquaad back.
I want Farquaad back too.
What fairy tale thing haven't they done yet?
I don't know.
They haven't done any Aladdin Genie stuff, have they?
They should. No, they did a remake of Aladdin.
No, I mean in like the Shrek universe, they haven't done any Aladdin or Genie stuff.
No, because it's not as fairy tale. Like
that, yeah.
You know, it's Robin Hood.
I guess, yeah.
It's more storybook.
Oh, sorry, Shrek Forever After. It was sad at the end where they murdered Rumpelstiltskin's goose in front of him.
Oh, I know. That was great. I was like, fuck yeah.
They're all laughing about him like, that's horrifying. You just tortured.
I loved it.
I think they do that at Guantanamo. What the fuck are you doing there?
It did have Guantanamo vibes.
Swamptanamo Bay.
Hey! But wow, Tony made it funny.
Don't make Swamptanamo Bay a thing.
No, it has to be. Hashtag Swamptamino.
So yeah, Shrek 1, best Shrek movie. Close second, Shrek 2. We're gonna Shrek it up whenever the new one comes out.
Hell yeah.
Which is apparently not this year.
December 2026.
Oh my God, that's so long.
2026.
That's
December.
so long.
Pissed.
Well, again, we got these specials and Puss in Boots. We're going to do Puss in Boots 1 and 2. We're going to watch the entire Netflix show.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah, I don't know that. We're probably not going to include the Netflix show. But yes, Lauren Soda, where can we find you?
I'm on X at Soda John. Instagram, Love Soda.
Mm-hmm. And we can find you sometimes at Broad Street
Sometimes
Brewery.
you'll find me at Broad Street.
And you can drink a Hey-O. I'm going to have some of these later. They look
yeah.
really good.
Hell yeah.
I like Broad Street Brewery. They have good stuff there.
Sure do.
Yes. Like, share, subscribe. Let us know what your best Shrek is. Become a Patreon member. Paul?
Fat shame Tony. Continue to fat shame Tony.
Book me on Cameo. Buy some merch. And yeah, we got some fun stuff coming up this year. I'm looking forward to it. Maybe we'll do a different Cameron Diaz. We gotta find.
We're done with Cameron Diaz.
No, we gotta find a Cameron Diaz movie where she eats shit. We gotta find it. Does it exist?
Yes, probably on Lobster Tube or something.
Yeah, and check all that out. Goodbye.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our other videos and Patreon page.